Yes, welcome back to Hot Topics. I'm Jeff Ajimai with Home Life Miracle and House of Trade, bringing you the most talked about real estate news stories of the week. I literally have one story to talk to you about today, and mostly what I want to do is bring you the story as well as what the story's brought to my attention when it comes to some of the context that it's bringing up. It touches on a lot of interesting trends that are happening in real estate, and due to unaffordability, some of the options that people are starting to move towards when they're trying to afford real estate in the GTA. So stay tuned for that. But first, go on the houseoftrade.ca website, check out our Mobile Age of Real Estate blog where we put out the first 5 parts of the series. It's a 10-part series. We put out the first 5 parts, and we would love for you to check that out. It's all about technology and real estate happening in North America. Check out the link down below. You're going to see it. You're going to love it. It's a great read. And also check out the House of Trade application featuring over 20 plus years of home sales data throughout the GTA. Link also down below. Let's jump into the story. The first story of the day is brought to us by The Star. Well, the only story of the day today is brought to us by The Star, and its title is very interesting. It says, if you're looking for someone to share a mortgage with, there's an app for that, which is so interesting because it seems like there's an app for everything now. But this is actually really intriguing when you actually dig deeper into the story. So, like I said, brought to us by The Star, and it talks about a real estate website called weOwn.ca, based in Toronto. What it goes into is it continues the trend of technology in real estate when you're talking about, instead of home matching, and we talked about that in the Mobile Age of Real Estate Part 4, where we're discussing different companies that are trying to connect buyers with the actual property themselves. This is a little different. This is connecting buyer to buyer and trying to bring them together so that they can afford a property together, whether they're going to live in it, whether they're going to rent it out together, but they want to be able to put the down payment down with one another and share that ownership responsibility of the property. So how does one get started on the website, on weOwn.ca? Well, first, you got to create a user profile, and what they do is they ask you for some personal financial information, like income, for example, and then they ask you about certain details of your preferences and ideas of where you'd like to live, different neighborhoods, amenities in the neighborhoods with parking and different things like that, just to get an idea and help you build your profile so that they can then have their algorithm match you with a buyer that's looking for the same thing and has some of the same projections for a home type. After that, it then puts a list of many different properties in front of you, and also gives you the option to connect with a realtor, a mortgage agent as well. Now, what the site creators actually said of the majority of people that are attracted to the website are young adults and seniors. It's very interesting because what the creators have done is basically carved out a new market for buyers, right? Instead of your usual couple that are looking to buy, or individual, young professional, older professional, family that's trying to buy, you're actually taking individuals that might not be able to afford on their own and pairing them together and then bringing them together with a realtor to help service their needs. So it's a completely different ball game. It's a completely different game, but it comes with some interesting perks. One, obviously, you're going to be paying less for the property. You have a higher chance of affording the property and being qualified for a mortgage. All these things help in an environment where it is very difficult to buy. So seeing a trend like this actually makes me wonder, is this now the new norm? Because if you're an individual and you're making maybe 50 to 60K, it's going to be really difficult to try and actually get something on your own. You can save up for a lot of years. Like the people that are in this story, they got matched up with a $600,000 home. One of the people had been saving for about 6 years, and on her own, she was not able to afford. But the website was able to pair her with someone that had a down payment set and had a good income, enough so that they could qualify for a mortgage. And now they're working with the mortgage agent and the realtor to try and see if they can close the property. It's actually very cool to see that new technology like this exists. And again, is this the new norm? If it's so difficult to buy property in the GTA and the average selling price of a home is around $785,000, we might be seeing more people going this route. I know that there are a lot of different cultures that do, let's say, buy real estate together. A lot of members of the family, from the mother, the father, some of the kids, and even aunts and uncles, sharing the home for a couple of years and then selling the home so that they can each take their share and move on. That's family though. This is different because you're basically being paired with a stranger, someone you don't know, don't have any kind of prior relationship with, but you're putting your trust into the platform to be able to mesh you with someone that is actually suited and well suited to help you cover your mortgage costs. It's tricky because obviously we can't always trust what we see, and things like this need to be vetted. But I love the concept. I like the idea. The one thing that comes to mind when I think about this and things that people need to be aware of, if it's the number one thing in my mind, is when you're thinking about buying real estate, you also want to be considering what you're going to be doing down the road when you want to sell it. Is this in an area that I can sell it for a price higher than I paid for? And am I going to have any difficulty trying to sell it in the future? If you're partnered with someone, let's say that you don't really have a prior relationship with, and you guys haven't come to terms with what happens when one of us wants to divest, it's going to be a challenge, especially if the other person doesn't want to sell their stake in the real estate. Do they have the money to buy you out? Or are they going to be strong arming you to stay put in the property because they have no interest in selling their stake? They want to hold on to it. That's something that people should pay attention to. It's one thing that came to my mind, one challenge when it comes to this. Also, just making sure you can really vet the person, that they are who they say they are. You can vet their income, you can vet their credit, and you can vet the down payment that they have and everything around that. Because this is not like Tinder. This is not like just your usual type of matchmaking. This involves hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars at risk for people, and it's got to be something that's taken with care. So like I said, I love the idea and I love the concept. I want to see more of its application. So honestly, I'm actually going to apply myself on the website and see, you know what's the process like when they're trying to vet people and see whether or not certain buyers can be meshed together and find properties, share a mortgage together. But like I said, one story for the day. It's a really interesting topic. It could be the future of real estate in the GTA. It could be the future of real estate in North America. Or it could just be a trend that decides to fade down the line. We don't know. We don't know what the future holds, but for the here and now, it's something that's to be watched. Check out the Mobile Age of Real Estate blog on the House of Trade website. Check out the links down below. Also, the House of Trade website and the House of Trade application. 20 years of home sales data for you down below. Check it out. Thank you for joining us for Hot Topics. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below. This is always a discussion. We are going to see you next week. Peace.